So I'm just going to show you quickly here how to make these very small color wheels and little tint and tone charts where you will be using your warm palette and your cool palette. Your warm palette is your cadmium red light as a primary, ultramarine blue for your blue primary, cadmium yellow medium for your yellow primary. Your secondary colors are green, which is between the yellow and the blue, orange, which is between the red and the yellow, and violet, which is between the red and the blue. The colors in between those are called tertiary colors. Your cool palette, alizarin crimson is your red primary, cerulean blue is your blue primary, primary yellow is your yellow primary. Right? Again, between the yellow and the red is the orange for the secondary. Between the red and the blue is the violet for the secondary. Between the blue and the yellow is the green for the secondary, with the tertiary colors in between. Down below here is a very basic tint and tone chart where we'll use each of the 12 colors. We'll add their complement as you go across the color wheel to create various tones, and then we'll tint by adding white. So I just put this on a regular piece of kind of heavyweight paper if you have, because your paint won't necessarily work on a very flimsy piece of paper. If you don't have a piece of paper like that, you could even use a piece of cardboard. We're really just going to be using one of these tops from, a coffee cup, disposable coffee cup. It's about 3.5 inches. Just about anything will do to make sure you have enough room to make these small wheels, right? So if you just divide this paper, this size in half, whatever, it's about 14 inches for me. That's the halfway mark. So I used a 14-inch piece of cardboard. For your purposes, as long as you can get this information onto something that's relatively workable for you, that's fine. I just took this coffee cup lid and I traced around like that. I'm going to clean that up a little bit. I do the same thing here. Just put it in the center. If you have a compass and a protractor, you could use those things, but I wouldn't expect you to get those for this project. It's a compass that can make the circle and the protractor to make your pieces of the pie. So what you can do here now, just to get these 12 pieces of this pie, is find the center. All right, so that's about 3.5 inches wide for me. That's the center that way. I'm going to make a line straight down. And I'm going to find the center this way just to make sure. So it's about the same, just about 3.5 inches. All right, so there. Make sure your ruler's straight across. All right, so the easiest thing here to do is just to get a sense for these being just about the same, and run your line straight through the center at the diagonal. Do the same thing here. Again, you can just eyeball that, it's called, just to get pretty much equal pieces of pie. And there I have my 12 pieces of the pie. You would repeat that process on this side. How do I want to make this band down here, right? It's just a 6-inch band. And you just do that, right? And it's 1.5 inches wide, right? just making a box that has 3 lines in it. Right? These things now are just a 1/2 inch each. So we have a total of 12 sections. Do the same here. Of course, if you felt the need to, you could also make it as large as you like. And the same thing here. Everything is here in this case, a 1/4 inch, just like that. Do the same here. Straight across. And you would repeat that process on this side, and then you would label each of the pie pieces accordingly. You'll have an image of this so you can see it as you go around here. Label these here. These colors correspond to these colors. And I'll do a demonstration of how this works.